What's up, world? It's your boy Serpent20 Gaming, back with another video. This is basically take two because I already did this video already, but YouTube is not processing it, so I have to redo this shit over again. Um, so hopefully this time around, you finally get to see my overall thoughts and my opinions, as well as my first impressions of Final Fantasy 15. Follow me on Google Plus, Twitter, all that good shit will be in the description box down below. So get familiar with your boy, your favorite gaming commentator, as well as your favorite gaming entertainer. About to bring it to you. Please sub to my channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like it. With that being said, let's get right into it. This game is basically for people who are veterans in the game that have been known that have been playing this franchise for a long time, as well as I have. Also, this is also goes towards you guys who haven't played Final Fantasy ever, your first timers. Um, this is more towards you guys than the actual veterans, just because that was the direction they were going for um, when they were in the process of making this game. People have been waiting over a decade. Uh, they changed directors, I believe, around 2010. And I think that's when we actually got the name revealed from first to 13 to actual 15, and the direction they were going with, I kind of dig, right? Not because of not because that I wanted something completely new or something that hasn't been done before. Those milestones that they did, the ones they never did before any of the previous installments, I think they did pretty well. I think they did a real good balance, or at least a good enough balance where the veterans are going to like it, and then the things that they took away from the veterans to give away for the first timers, I think they did that good as well. And I'm talking about combat mostly. Basically, everything else is still there. The way Final Fantasy games go, like there's the story, there's the narrative, there's reasons why you do what you do. Um, a lot of media sites gave it an 8. I think GameSpot gave it an 8. IGN gave it an 8.2. So it's around the 8 ballpark frame. I gave it a normal. I normally I would wait for my review, but what I played so far, I'm basically halfway through the game. Main story wise, I just got a trophy for doing 40 side quests, and I know I did a couple more over that, so I did 40 plus side quests. Also, I'm taking my time with this game. I'm morally like trying to do side quests as a priority, and if I have nothing else left to do, that's when I jump into the main objectives. So I'm taking my time with this game. That's why it's taking so long. I know people already completed it. People already been giving out reviews left and right. But me personally, this is just my first impression so far. I put in 30 hours in the game. Um, and from what I can play to what I'm just gonna give you guys what I've been playing so far. I'm staying away from spoiler territory, and that means anything that goes with the main missions. I'm trying to stay away from those the best way I can. If I do decide to drop anything, I will give you guys a heads up on spoilers. But as far as that goes, I'm just gonna give you guys my overall view. You start off leaving the country, leaving your country or your region that you were in, and you just instantly go on this road trip, which everybody believed that this is the great direction that they went towards, and I agree. Start off by exploring this open world rather than most Final Fantasy games. It tends to be more linear at first before they can get to the open world, and that's with anything. Like look at for example, Final Fantasy 7. You had to basically stay in Midgar until a certain point in the game where you could actually explore to other towns and other regions. Same thing with 8. You know, you stayed at Balong uh, Garden, and as well as the school, the academy, whatever. You stay there for a good portion of it until you actually be able to expand and leave that island and actually explore to other planets, other regions. and other towns and stuff. So in that sense, I think 15 did something different, and I like that direction they went with. Now, I'm going to talk about the gripes that most of these media sites are having, and I'm just going to give you guys my opinions um, on that particular thing. What I can gather, what I can tell, it's just the driving mechanics. I think for the most part, people are having a hard time with now. Let's look at the direction they were going with. They were talking about a band of brothers going on a road trip, and you know, road trip's been saying a lot. Like they say road trip a lot. So when you get that sense, you actually have to feel like you're on the road. So I feel like that was the implementation that they were trying to go towards. Like now, if an objective takes like 20 minutes or not even, or I see as high as 10 minutes tops. So you know, 10, 12 minutes, whatever. Yeah, you're gonna be waiting a while for those 10, 12 minutes. But I think the only thing I hate, or I shouldn't say hate, I dislike, is the fact that they don't have a lot of banter between the characters during the whole road trip. Um, you'll see Gladiolus pull out a book. You might see Prompto sleeping at the door, or he's looking behind him to see Noctis and Gladio. He's looking around. He's enjoying the scenery. He might pull out his camera, take a couple photos. Also, if depending on if you're driving, Ignis is he usually just sitting there not doing much. He's probably just looking out the window. But what I can tell from when I was driving, when I'm not driving, he's basically just drinking, I believe, a can of coffee or something like that. They call it ebony or something like that. He gives Noctis a sip out of it, something like that. Those are the only interactions that I found so far. I only had one guest character, but that character just kept on being in the back seat. He or she, I'm not gonna say who. They didn't do anything much either, like to actually get more banter in. They might say a line or two. Some of those are actually repeated. So yeah, in that note, I felt like that's where they fall short at. Um, like if even if you had to talk about current events, like something that you already did in the main story, or even playing a newscaster in the background or something like that, just to refresh the players on what they did so far or what the next objective is. I feel like they should do that. Hopefully with a patch or something, or even make the driving seem less tedious or less boring. So on that note, I could see the gripe they have with the drive mechanic. I also have a gripe with it as well, but it's not as bad as what they're portraying it as. Um, like I spent it just listening to the old school soundtracks from like all my favorite Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 9, 8. Just the simple tracks that I used to like and used to love hearing all the time. So I think with that being said, I think that's more fun than anything. Each character has skills. Gladiolus got survival. He has his survival skills, which he picks up items after the battle. Like he's like a scavenger in that way, I guess. I feel like he fits more of a scavenger role than a survivalist, because the things he picks up is not like things to craft with normally. It's just items like high potions, elixirs, something like that. As you progress his level up, Ignis, he's the chef of the group. You keep constantly giving him food items. He makes recipes, and every time he cooks something, his level go up into like more finer cuisines, which gives you more boosts, more buffs, and higher buffs towards your party. Your party these buffs can last for 24 hours, where as the diners, they only give you a certain time limit for the buffs. I believe it's like 2 hours or something like that, 2-3 hours. So it's not that much. So you know, they want you to actually keep on camping outdoors, which is great. But also when you go to like a hotel or something like that, or an inn, um, your XP can get multiplied depending on where you go and how much money you spend it on the night for the inn. Some is 1.2 times 1.5, and then the most expensive hotel is, I guess it's 2.0, so it'll be doubled. But you have to drop like 10,000 gil or $10,000 for your first timers who don't know what gil is. It's basically their currency. So, you know, it's a lot of money. Gil is hard to come by, um, unless you do side quests like hunts and stuff like that, or sell off your treasures or something like that. But you don't want to do that because you can implement that into your magic, to make your magic more powerful and stuff like that. So what I try to do is basically spend gil when I need to or when it's necessary to do. If I need more money, I go after hunts. I don't sell anything. So, you know, that would take time to get used to. I think in that aspect, um, the media sources got a gripe with that too. But me personally, I feel like, well, in real life, monsters wouldn't drop kill. They wouldn't drop money, you know. And I understand from old school players that you know, that usually our way of getting money to buy things we need to buy, whether it's equipment or items and stuff like that. But I wish they would have went back to like the Final Fantasy 12 aspect of it, where you just go out their monsters, and take like hides or their skin or body parts and sell that, because there's no other value towards them other than selling it, and you can actually get money that way. Like I wish they would have did that. Hopefully, there's a patch where they can do that too, if it's really a big issue when it comes to stuff like that. And also, besides all that, I believe they had most media sites, they had a hard time summoning the summon creatures, because it fits under criteria where you have to meet, but you don't know what these criterias are. You just have to like stumble upon it and hope for God that you're able to summon whatever summon is available to you at the time and the place that you're summoning from. I like that aspect, but at the same time, I wish there was more accessibility towards it. Like, show us the criteria. So, you know, if we're fighting a big fight and we just want to end it, or we just want to summon a creature, they should give us a list of what we need to do, and depending on what we do, how we do it, or when we do it, we can summon right away, depending on wherever astral we get, right? I'm not going to give you guys the astral list or nothing like that. I'm basically, I know I acquired, I believe, 2 or 3 so far. So yeah, so that, I think that was another gripe. I think if they fail, I think if they have to patch it once again, I feel like they should make that more accessible to players, especially first timers who may want to, you know, check it out. What's the summings all about? Because you know, us fans, we love our Ifrits, our Shivas, our Bahamut. You know what I mean? We love the new iteration every time they come out with a game. So it would be nice to have that, you know, more in handy, where we can actually show off a lot more of those. And also, I'm trying to think what else. What is that they had the gripes about? But pretty much everything else, yeah, everything else I think is fine. Everybody have a mixed bag about it, but they had more good things about it than bad. So generally, I'm not pissed off at the score that this game got. Um, but I know there's others out there that wanted it to be at least a 9. Um, I think it can get there. They still haven't released the DLC for anything. I got the season pass, so I know I'm getting all the DLC. I'm happy for it. You know, I can't wait to get into um, the story DLC packs, at least one with your characters, with your with your main character, with your main party and stuff. Um, I believe they're trying to do an all-female cast too as well. I want to see what the females are. Um, I'm pretty sure it's probably the 3 or 4 you see in the game, but we have to see, I believe, next year for that. Also, I'm also glad that the game itself at least has been shipped 5 million copies. So the optimistic level is up there, and I'm hoping that they reach their landmark of sales so we can get a Final Fantasy 16 in the works. Because this is one of my favorite franchises of all time when I play games, and I want them to continue on making Final Fantasy games. I don't want 15 to be the last one. At least main story current wise, no remakes, no nothing. Because I know they're gonna come out with a 7 remake. They're coming out with 12 with this international version of that. But I want them to continue on with the installments of 16 and beyond. So um, I do strongly recommend people to pick this game up, whether you're an old school player or a newcomer. Just try it out. Watch live streams, get knowledgeable on the combat, the exploration aspects, um, fit the play style that's best for you, whether it's active or wait mode, um, and just dive right in because I feel like this is a game we should have had like a long time ago. I feel like we should have got this instead of 13. To be really honest with you, and even though I like 13 for what it was, it's not as great as 15 is now. Even with the hiccups it has and the few bugs here and there I caught. I have a few screenshots of those as well. I haven't uploaded any of those yet, but I will soon. I'm just waiting to complete the game or give a good time to drop them when I feel like everybody has played it already and beat it already. Um, I have it saved on my console, so I'm gonna upload those. I might upload a few today on Twitter, so check those out. And yeah, man, that's it. The Ascension Grid. Oh yeah, the Ascension Grid. The skill tree and whatnot. Um, I feel like that there's people who are complaining about the AP, how much you can get. And people that don't know, AP is basically the currency you use to build to unlock your skill set. Um, it's so diverse that it's crazy. I feel like even if you did all the side quests, even if you did all the missions, all the main story stuff, I feel like you're not gonna get um, enough AP to unlock everything. And I only hope that it's not a hidden trophy where you have to unlock every single one of those because I feel like that's even going to take a while, even with the repeats of hunts and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what to expect, but I feel like I strongly feel that this is a good game, not because I'm biased towards Final Fantasy, not because I want it to sell well, but just an overall I'm looking at this as a consumer as well as a gamer, even if and I'm looking at it in the eyes of a first timer, even though it's not a first timer for me. I feel like you'll get the story, you understand the story, and even though you may not watch the movie or the anime, they implemented some scenes from the movie to give it a better prologue, so you get a clearer understanding of the game. So I'm glad they did that for those who may not want to watch the movie or may want to watch it at a later time. I had to watch the movie. I watched the movie first before I played it, so I understood that aspect of the story. And as I'm playing the game, I already got both storylines, you know, intertwined. And even though they're both standalone, they could be standalone. Um, it'll give you a broader sense of the prologue at least. And those who watch Brotherhood, the anime, it'll give you a sense of the backstory of the characters, at least the main party characters. And they still have to drop one more video, the last episode. Hopefully, I believe they're trying to cover Luna Freya in that one, but I'm not sure. So we can. I'm looking forward to that episode as well. And I already seen 1 through 5, so I'm just waiting for the 6th one. So overall, this is a good game. I think you should pick it up. Um, at least give it a shot. If you're still on the fence, I feel like you should watch at least a few videos, some information, maybe something that can entice you to get it or buy it or play it at least. And that's it. That's my first impressions. I'm still doing a lot of side quests. I did over 30 hours in the game. I'm only on chapter 7. Spoiler free. And that's it. I'm just giving you guys my thoughts. What you guys think about it? Do you think it's a good game? Um, Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. If you're a first timer, um, what aspect of the game did you like the most about it? And also, um, would you recommend this game to a friend? And that's it. That's it. Just let me know in the comments, good or bad, whatever. Let me know. Like the video if you like it. Sub to my channel if you haven't already. This is Serpent20 Gaming, your favorite gamer entertainer. Out. Peace out.